11 hard and honest truths about scaling apparel brands with Facebook ads that actually boosts ROAS. This is not any best practices. This is honestly what has worked across brands we have seen, some patterns that have emerged. We work with apparel brands that does over 50-60 lakh per month. Some does well over 8 figures also. So this is what we have gathered in terms of data and insights. Number one, the same product can command a premium price by speaking about a feature than speaking about one feature than speaking about the other feature, which people naturally pay a premium for. For example, let me explain with an example. If you speak about design, people are willing to pay a premium, and people are naturally willing to pay a premium there. While if you speak about being ethical and you charge a premium for that, people are not willing to do that. People don't buy, like the audience does not buy. You might find in hundreds of people, thousands of people, one or two might buy it, but that's not where businesses grow. Businesses grow by volume. DTC is effectively a channel of volume, and hence what you speak about your product and what you don't speak about makes a very big difference in the perceived value of your brand, of your product itself. If you speak about design, people naturally speak value design, and hence they are willing to pay a premium. So what you speak and what you don't speak, be very cautious of that. Number two, your ROAS is driven more by product inventory available than the results of your campaigns. Even if you have campaigns, say you are selling t-shirts and pants, even if pants has a 6-8 ROAS, you will still not be able to increase budget if you have high inventory of t-shirts, which are thousands in your warehouse. You will not be able to sell because you are constrained by liquidating your extra inventory and not just targeting higher efficiency on whatever is working and distribute budget there. Hence, inventory commands higher value for you when you are running the campaigns than just marketing of how good you are at marketing. So inventory, this is not something which I have learned. I have borrowed it from Taylor Holiday. He's on Twitter. He's a great guy. So your ROAS is driven more by product inventory. So value the inventory purchases. Every brand makes a issue with that. It does happen. It has nothing to be wary about, but we should be cautious of that. When this happens, your results of the campaign will be driven by the ROAS, not the ROAS but the inventory. Number three, more brands should create more ads than analyze and find pattern in existing ads. Most brands try to structure everything in an Excel sheet, try to analyze patterns, try to identify which hook works. In my opinion, what we have seen work in apparel brands is just create more ads and create more good ads. That should be, how do you determine it's a good ad? You look at, whenever an ad is determined, whenever an ad creates an experience and convinces the customer that this is the reason you should buy this product, that is when it is a good ad. So more brands should just create more ads than just finalize and edit and analyze whatever is working, because you'll have better success and marginal improvement than marginal improvement of creating net new will be way higher than iterating on. Number 4, delay new launches on marketplaces by at least 2 weeks for customer feedback and refining your positioning of the product. So this we have done it for a couple of brands where we delay some product launches to marketplaces, say Myntra, because it's apparel, it's mostly Myntra, Flipkart and everything. So that we, in the first 2 weeks, we run ads heavily for this product and understand what kind of messaging works. And then fine tune even our positioning of the product and the brand, so that when we launch into marketplace, it's mostly time tested already before, after, not happening that after you launch on marketplace and then you scramble into chasing and changing everything. So it's better to launch small, launch on your website. If any miss happen, you can change it immediately, pivot it and refine your positioning of the product. Number 5, to drive engagement in ads, leave Easter eggs in your videos. Don't try to explain everything in your video ads, be it apparel, be it any brand, be it any niche also. Leave some Easter eggs, leave some unexplained parts which are trivial. Don't try to over explain that, because most videos right now try to over explain into every benefit, every feature. You should be leaving some instances for customer to understand himself. What happens there is it drives engagement, because customer is now engaged with your audience, though not metric driven. Like for example, he might not like it or comment it, but is engaged on a mental level, and that engagement is far more valuable than the metric level engagement which you see. Number 6, video ads including UGC in apparel must use less quick cuts, less fast edits and less heavy music. It should be about soothing, calming nature, because apparel, people don't buy apparel where in offline where music is playing and there's heavy noise and everything. It's more calm. It's a soothing experience, a relaxing experience for most of the people, especially with apparel, where people find shopping actually healing as a therapy for them. It's true. It appears quite weird, but it is actually true. Video ads in apparel must use less quick cuts, less fast edits. Number 7. Unless 8-figure in monthly revenue, having a media buyer for your apparel is actually not very valuable. I'm not talking about creative strategist or copywriter. I'm talking specifically about media buyer itself, because most of 60% of your ads will be driven by your catalog ads only in apparel, and the rest 40% will be driven by manual assets, which will not require that much of understanding of how the platform works. You just have to launch a couple of campaigns. Analysis and understanding of customer is a very different thing. This is not included in the media buyer responsibility. I'm talking about purely media buyer here. That is actually a wasted position where you can actually trim down the excess cost. Number 8. If it can be explained visually, don't try to explain it via voiceover or text. If you can show me the design, don't try to say that superior design. Just show me the design. I will decide for myself. I meaning the customer will decide for myself of how the design is. What happens is most video ads try to show the t-shirt, for example, and then say superior design on that text. You don't have to say that. It's already visible. Let the customers decide. Let the customer engage. The engagement point I'm coming back to that I explained just a few slides back. Let the customer engage. Don't over-explain everything. Number 9. In lifestyle category, even in apparel, one must not use pain as an angle. One must use utopian future as an angle. For example, the desires, the outcomes, the goals should be ad angles more than the pain. It should not be that you'll have more comfort, like your current footwear is not having comfort. It should be about that you can walk effortlessly. It's an outcome based messaging than being pain based messaging. If more creators focus on outcome and goal based messaging, it can entice the audience and drive more purchases. Number 10. One video view campaign of best videos from your existing campaigns must always be running. We have seen that at least you run it for 90 days and you actually see improvement in your marginal ROAS and engagement on your ads in general. It should be a campaign that is ever running. At least for apparel, may not be that you allocate heavy budgets to it. We allocate about 500 to 1000 rupees per day on this campaign. That's it. Depending on the inventory we have and depending on the products we are advertising. If we have more products advertising, we allocate some more budget, but it's not heavily as to 20,000 is allocated per day. The rest is all allocated. I would say less than 2 to 3% of the total ad budget per day is allocated to this video campaign. Number 11, and not the most important, but at least important, is interest specific creative works better with interest based targeting. For example, think of office going in ads, and then office going person in ads, and targeting corporate employees. If you can have that kind of creative, you can actually do wonders in terms of everything that's being done. So the creative also matches the angle and the targeting you're going after. That way it is better and converts very well. Thank you for watching.